Hi guys, welcome back. Well, after having some success casting the aluminium into this billet, I've now decided, got to decide what I want to do with it. And originally I was going to cut it into gears. I've got a automaton that I'm making in the future, and it's going to be a lot of gears in it, so this was going to form part of those. And then I remembered I had this lying around. This is something I started a couple of years ago, and it started life as this outer air drill I'd picked up from a couple of auctions. I've got a few of these, and this was the worst condition one. So what I thought I'd do with this, I've cut the main body up and the air supply, and I've mounted it onto this this sleeve with the intention of making this into a tool post grinder. I've got the clamp there. It clamps down firmly on the body now. I've got the two bearings either side, so it does run really smoothly. And then I need some way of obviously driving this once it's clamped into the tool post. And I've got I think it's a Parmalux small electric motor, which are real good quality. It's only a tiny thing, and I thought that would make an ideal motor for driving it. I've got this old washing machine belt. So what I was thinking of, this would make a nice pulley wheel to go onto the electric motor, and then have a larger diameter pulley wheel on the drill itself. So I was thinking this would make a decent pulley wheel for this belt. Just machine the centre of it out, but accept the grooves in the belt itself. So that's the intention with this, guys. Now previously I've started to drill out a number 1 Morse taper for mounting this in the choke, and I've got these number 1 tapers that I'd already, I think I showed this on maybe the last video. I'd already started to ream these out with the intention of fitting them onto a number 1 Morse drill, and then I've got a way of holding this in the collet chuck. It's then supported with the live centre. I have mounted my dividing head for cutting gears on the horizontal mill, and I've tried this, and once the gear cutter's installed, there's not going to be much clearance between the tailstock and the work itself. So what I intend doing, enlarging this number 1 hole slightly deeper, possibly to about that depth, and then when the drill goes on, it'll come down the shank maybe another half an inch. Hopefully then that will give me enough clearance at this end for the cutter to do its work without catching onto the tailstock. So I've got the right size collet mounted. It's nice and firmly on that now. So first job, guys, I'm going to run this reamer, this number 1 Morse reamer, in a bit deeper to make that hole slightly larger. Well, WD-40 is my preferred lubricant with aluminium, but I'm afraid there's a touch in the bottle, but the air's disappeared. So I'm going to try some ordinary cutting oil on it. Just a touch more. I think I'm going to put it in back gear. Yeah, I think once that's pressed on firmly, that should give me enough clearance on this side. Well, initially guys, I was going to mount the drill itself into the dividing head, but I've been thinking about it, and I've got this piece, and what I'm thinking, rather than using the drill, I'll turn one of these ends down to a number 1 Morse taper, and then I can mount the aluminium on one side, and I think that'll give me a firmer grip when I put it into the dividing head, rather than using the drill. So we'll mount this up, and we'll turn this into a number 1 taper. Well, I'm going to try and use this live centre to begin with, guys, see how that goes, but I may end up using this long reach one that I made a few videos back. It might just give me a greater clearance at this end if I need to get in pretty close. We'll see. Try the conventional one first. don't know about you guys, but I can't remember seeing the compound slide on any videos on YouTube being used this way. It's always seems to be in this position, but I've never seen it the opposite way, so I don't know if there's a reason for that, but it seems I've got enough clearance with the choke there. I'm just going to dial it in and get the compound slide the angle for the number 1 Morse. But as I say, I can't remember seeing the compound this way. I don't know if there's a reason for it or not. Well, this is my plan, guys. Originally the dividing head came with this 3-jaw chuck on, and I've made a ER40 collet chuck for it, so I don't need this at the moment. So I've made this arbor down so it'll now fit into the collet chuck, and then I'll be able to fit the tailstock on, and then that, hopefully that then will give me enough clearance for the gear cutter to do its work without catching either the chuck or the tailstock. So I think that's going to work. Well, I've had the mist coolant system for quite a while, and I made a bracket for it to mount the main body on, but I've never used it yet, so I've got some 8mm tubing that's attached to it now that fits to the airline, and I've got the coolant set up in a bottle, so I'm keen to start using this, seeing what difference it makes and how much of a mess it makes. But as I say, I've not used it yet, but it's set up now and ready to go. Right guys, I've picked some bentonite clay up from the pet store. It's a cat litter type, a clumping type, but it's quite granular, so I need to grind this down into a fine powder. So I'm going to give this wire brush a try. I'll just put it in a metal can. Right guys, I'm going to carry on with this, and then I've got to nip out and pick some paving sand up, kiln dried paving sand to mix with it. I believe the ratio is 10 sand to 1 clay. So I'm going to carry on with that guys and call it a day here. Next time I'll mix the sand and we'll do some more aluminium melting and see what we can cast. Thanks for watching guys.